Now back to The Law Show on News Talk 760 WJR, presented by the Dailey Law Firm, PC. Now here's the host of The Law Show, Brian Dailey.
Welcome back once again to The Law Show. I'm attorney Brian Dailey, host of The Law Show and founder of the Dailey Law Firm of Royal Oak, Michigan. We're here answering all your legal questions at 866-66-LAWYER. That's 866-66-LAWYER. Before we go back to the phones, I want to make sure and mention to you that I'd like to invite you to visit The Law Show online at thelawshow.com. It's your direct link to our legal library of podcasts. It's not for lawyers. It's for people just like you with legal questions. And maybe you don't have the time to go in and see a lawyer. You just want a little bit of information ahead of time. It's a fully indexed library of podcasts. It's got our answer to a wide variety of legal questions. You'll find answers to questions about auto accidents and bankruptcies and bill collections and lemon law. You'll find questions about medical malpractice and legal malpractice. You'll find questions about injuries and workers' compensation injuries. You'll find questions about insurance companies and how to make claims. You'll find questions about just almost any kind of legal issue that you might need. Just go to thelawshow.com. And if you don't, by some strange chance, find something that answers your question, just simply out the form, which you will find on every single page of our site with your question, send it to us and we'll get back to you right away. Normally, we get back to you within minutes of you sending your email to us. It can take a little longer, but normally it's just minutes. You can also listen to or watch past episodes of The Law Show on thelawshow.com. And if you visit thelawshow.com right now, you can watch today's program and get a behind-the-scenes view of The Law Show. It's easy to do. Just go to thelawshow.com and go to the page where you can listen or watch live, and you'll see thelawshow.com. I wanted to mention that we've got an email here from Kurt. Kurt writes, "We booked a cruise to Alaska through a travel agent. My fiancée is not a U.S. citizen, and the travel agent failed to tell us that she would need a visa to go to a cruise in Alaska. They canceled it. They tried to get a refund, but they couldn't get anywhere. They still owe over $1,500, and they want to know if there's anything they can do." There probably is something that they can do, but it's not going to be economically feasible for them to do that. First of all, you'll never find a lawyer who's going to be willing to get involved in that because the money, although it's a lot of money to you, is not a lot of money to cover a lawyer's fees. Most lawyers are going to charge you at least $1,500 as an initial retainer to get involved in the matter. But I would highly recommend that you take a look at small claims actions and see if you can get some relief in the small claims court. We're going to go back to the phones right now. We're answering all your legal questions at 866-66-LAWYER. We're going to talk to Susan. Susan, welcome to the Law Show.
Hi there.
Hi.
I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, that's better.
Okay, what can I do for you, Susan?
My medical privacy has been breached, and it upset me at the time. It's been 4 months since I was aware of it. My recently ex-boyfriend's daughter, who works for a doctor, which I have never seen, she got into some system through that doctor's office and looked up my medical history.
Well, that's what's called a breach of the HIPAA law. Okay?
I am upset.
I can tell, and you should be. Okay?
Good.
So here's
I thought I was being ridiculous, and I tried to forget about it, but that is upsetting.
What you need to do is you need to start off with a letter to the doctor's office and explain
the doctor she worked for?
That's exactly right, because when she did it as an employee of that physician, then it's as if the physician did it himself because he's got responsibility for what she does in the course and scope of her employment while on the job. So do a real nice detailed letter and send it off to the physician certified with a return receipt requested. And then you will get a response back. Okay? Tell him that you're very upset about the HIPAA violation and tell him that you want to know what he's going to do about it. And if you don't get an answer within 30 days, the next letter you're going to send is to the Attorney General of the State of Michigan, my good friend Mike Cox. Okay?
What do you expect him to do about it?
Well, I'm not sure. He's probably going to call you and ask you what you want for that. And what is it you do want for that?
I don't know.
I'm assuming that what you want is his confirmation that she has been disciplined and that she has been advised never to do that again and that will never happen again. That's probably your starting point, I would imagine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not sure that there's any money damages there for you, but certainly it's worth your while to hear from that doctor that he has cleaned up his office staff and that this kind of thing will not happen again. She's likely to lose She's likely to lose her job over this.
Well, they're very close. She's worked for him for a long time, and I got a feeling he's not going to do much about it.
Well, you know what? Start out with your letter, Susan, and then get back with us and let us know what happened. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thanks for calling the Law Show. And I just want to make sure and invite everybody listening to the Law Show to visit the Law Show online at thelawshow.com. It's your direct link to our legal library of podcasts. It's not for lawyers. It's for you people who listen to the Law Show and claim Brian Dailey as your lawyer. We want you to visit the Law Show archives. It's a fully indexed library of podcasts. It's got our answers to a wide variety of legal questions, from what do you do when you get a traffic ticket to how do you file for bankruptcy. It's got answers about child custody and child support and business matters and transactions, setting up corporations. It's got questions and answers about auto accidents and injuries and workers' compensation injuries. It's got questions and answers about every area of the law that you may ever need. It's all there, and it's presented in a very easy-to-understand format. If you don't find what you need, simply fill out the form, which you will find on every page of the website with your question, and we'll get back to you right away. Normally, we take only minutes, not days and hours. You can also listen to or watch past episodes of The Law Show at thelawshow.com. And unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, at least temporarily, and The Law Show is no exception. The good news is I'll be back next Sunday from 2 to 3 p.m., broadcasting live from the Detroit, Michigan studios of News Talk 760 AM, the great voice of the Great Lakes. Our thanks to Mike Abbott's the amazing engineer, the entire WJR staff, to the lovely Jill, screening phones, to Dave Scott, our producer and video man, to the Capuchin Friars, feeding the hungry spirits and bellies of all in need, and last but certainly not least, for you, our listeners and clients, you're the ones who make this happen. For all you who proudly say Brian Dailey is my lawyer, I say thanks for that great honor and privilege, and I am certain that you will determine that we have earned that privilege and honor. When you need us, just call us at 866-66-LAWYER or email your questions to questions@thelawshow.com. And until next Sunday at 2 p.m., I'm Brian Dailey. I'll be fighting for justice for all.
I was aware that my